Namaste Suprabhatam. How are you all? I hope all are doing good. Take a small plant grown in a pot and keep it inside your home for 3 days without water. See what happens to the plant. Now start watering daily and observe what happens. Observe the difference. Now tell me, what we can observe in this plant? Without water, the plant was dried, and after watering the plant, it looks good. Is it possible to stay without water? No. Water is very important for all of us. Not only for us, for all the living beings need water every day. Okay children, today we will study about water. Last year you already learned about water, but today I just want to brush up your memory. Now let's begin the class. The need for water is one of the most important requirements for all living things, whether they live at the bottom of the ocean or desert. Water made life possible on earth. Water is the most important liquid on earth. It covers almost 71% of earth's surface in the form of ocean, rivers and lakes. All plants and animals need water to live. What is the main source of water? Rain is the main source of water. For what purpose we use water? Water is used for many purposes like washing, cleaning, cooking, bathing and drinking, etc. What are the source of water? We get water from many sources like rivers, lakes, ponds and wells. Here you can see man-made sources of water and natural sources of water. Let's see one by one. Man-made sources of water are dams, canals and tube wells. Natural water sources are rivers, oceans, streams, lakes, springs and ponds. In the winter, snow falls on the mountains. When the snow melts and it changes into water, this water flows down into streams, rivers, lakes and also in the form of waterfalls. Now we will see different uses of water in various places like domestic, agriculture and industrial. First one, domestic uses of water. 15% of water is consumed for domestic purpose. Water is used for drinking, bathing, cooking food and washing dishes, clothes, fruits, vegetables and brushing teeth. Second one, water uses for agriculture. Here, 70% of water used for irrigation. Water is necessary for gardening, farming and fisheries. Plants require water to grow. How do you get underground water? We get water from wells, hand pumps and tube wells. How will you purify the water? We purify the water by water filter and boiling the water. What happens when we drink dirty water? We become sick if we drink dirty water. Why we purify the water? Because dirty water has germs in it. If we does not have water purifiers and electric purifier, how will we purify the water? We purify the water by boiling the water. Why should we drink boiling water? Because boiling water kills the germs in it. Name the three forms of water. Solid, liquid and gaseous are the three forms of water. Give me example for solid, liquid and gaseous. Example for solid is ice cube. Example for liquid is water. And example for gaseous is steam. Today we will discuss about water cycle. In nature, water keeps changing its form. This forms the water cycle. Let us read how water changes its form. The sun heats the water in rivers, lakes, ponds, and seas. This changes water into water vapor. Water vapor rises up in the air. High up, where it is cool, water vapor turns into tiny drops of water. These drops of water form clouds. In the clouds, the tiny drops join together to form large drops. These large drops are heavy and fall on earth as rain. Rainwater flows back into the rivers, lakes, ponds, and seas. This water gets heated by the sun. It again goes up into the air to form clouds. This way, the water cycle goes on in nature. What are the measures we should follow for saving the water? Water is precious. We must not waste it. Every drop of water must be saved. We can save water by keeping in mind a few things like turn off the tap not in use, repair leakage taps, place a bucket under a leaking tap and use the water. Take a bucket bath, it takes less water. Do not keep the tap running when brushing your teeth or having a bath. These are few steps you should follow every day. Water plays an essential part in the beliefs and rituals of religions and cultures throughout the world. Water is very important for all the rituals in our culture. For example, water is essential as a cleaning agent, cleaning the vessels used for the pujas and for abhishekas. After this, water is offered as tirtha. Many of the pujas in our culture starts with keeping a kalsha, which is filled with water adorned with a coconut amongst mango or betel leaf. Kalsha symbolizes the universe. One of the religious rituals is tarpana, which means to please or to gratify. Especially tarpana is the act of pouring water through the hands with the use of sacred grass as a symbolic gesture of recognition and pleasing gods, sages. Before starting a meal, we sprinkle water around the leaf or plate in which the meal is traditionally eaten. There is also an important ritual called Sandhya Vandana, which is combination of meditation and concentration. Sandhya Vandana is an obligatory duty to be performed daily for self-purification and self-improvement. All the important rituals in our culture like pujas, marriage, birth and death of individual, water is treated sacred and spiritual cleaning. Water is very important for all aspects and we don't have rights to pollute our water. In our culture, we worship nature as divine entity. Today we learned about water, which is one of the natural elements in the universe on earth. That's all for the class. Take care dear children. Dhanyavad.